The Walking Dead or Deader Than Dead? What's up, everybody? Is this The Walking Dead or Deader Than Dead? That is the big question. The markets have totally gone comatose. Yes, they're a little bit lower. They've been on both sides of unchanged. But if you look at the big picture, the Russell and NASDAQ are higher. The Dow and S&P are lower. The Dow being the biggest loser. So something tells me, maybe it's a little birdie, that there's news coming. Okay, I would bet there is news pending somewhere. It would most likely have to do with China, because if you watch what's happened to the markets, when the Dow is the weakest, that is the most affected by the supposed trade wars and tariffs and all that garbage. And also the grain markets. Well, the grain markets were higher, they are lower. The Dow is obviously the weakest. So to me, there is news coming from somewhere. We all heard about the overnight shutdown of Bing, but of course that's happened before in China. So again, I don't put a lot of stock into it, but I do put a lot of meaning into the action of the market. The markets are telling us that there is most likely something coming out. We don't trade like this without a reason. And you've got some very cautious playing on both sides looking. But really what's happening is that they're waiting to see what the news is going to be. And it may come out today. It's about, what is it, about 2 o'clock Eastern time. It may come out today. It may come out tomorrow. Who knows? But you can see by the trade that there is 100% a news item going to come out soon. So do you want, and the real question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to be playing this, or do you want to sit back and wait? I mean, basically you're stepping up to a betting window here, because we don't have a valid footprint. We're really stuck in a big range between 2,600 and 2,700 in the S&P. And until we break one way or the other, there's really nothing to get overly excited about here. A lot of the stuff I have says that we should be long, and some of the stuff I have says that you could be short here. So even when the algorithms and everything else starts to get confused, there's, again, that's the definition of consolidation of a market that's searching for a reason to move. Now, the questions I ask are, why are the fear assets moving? Bonds are much higher. They should not be, but they are. Okay. Gold is not really a fear asset, which is lower. The US dollar, which is a fear asset, is higher. The VIX is higher. Now, it's not a lot higher, but it is higher. So what we're seeing here is all reasons that there's some fear kind of stoking out there. We had Mario Draghi and the ECB this morning do nothing as is expected. They left rates unchanged. So what you have to look for is what's going to drive the market. And you have to look for a solid, valid footprint. And I would think that it's easier and safer and better to sit back and wait. You've got crude oil, which has been all over the map. Now, if there's bad news on China, I think crude oil will collapse and go back down to where it was. But we'll see. Right now, it's kind of on the positive side, but it has been on both sides of unchanged. We mentioned gold. Gold has been weak, but again, notice where it's holding. Right at 1280, which is the target that we said should hold as support. The dollar continues to try to run. We're seeing some real pressure in the Australian dollar, in the Canadian, in the euro currency. So there's a lot of things here that are indicating that there's a lot of fear going on here. The meats are kind of mixed. Hogs are lower, fats are lower, or live cattle. Feeders are higher once again. We said the grains are lower. So there's a lot of reasons to believe there is some type of news item coming out here. The cryptos are pretty much flat. I mean, they're as dead as they've been in a while as well. And again, when markets get deader than dead, investors get complacent. So be ready, buckle up your seatbelts. And again, I don't know when this news item is going to come out. Obviously, I don't even know what the news item is. But based on the way the markets are trading, there is news pending. You can bet on it. You can watch it. And don't be surprised when it happens. In the meantime, I'll be on RT today with Bart Chilton at 4 o'clock Eastern if you happen to know how to get to that channel. But that'll be fun. We'll be talking about gold. And in the meantime, if you would like to get a copy of the book, Gold is a Better Way, from our friend Adam Barata, you can go to BUBBATrading.com/gold. If you would like to help us with the high school investing program, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And in the meantime, also next Wednesday, I will be hosting Market Rally Radio in place of Chip Fleury. So make sure you catch that. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you over the weekend with Bubba's Bottom Line. This is Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see everybody. Have a great weekend. If something happens tomorrow, we'll get to you. Take care.